Hi there, welcome back to Watcher of Realms. Just a little reminder here with all the information provided. A time-limited summon with 15 times chance rate up, which includes Valderon, who everyone really wants, and Admiral Claw on the side. We need to look today at how do you get the best out of Admiral Claw and where does he really perform the best. That will be revealed shortly if you stick around. But the duration, the date, as you can see, how long it's on for, which is the standard summoning ones, which is Divine and Invocation of Spirits. The main ones being Hex, 15 times chance, and Furcy. We've done Furcy recently. The Healer Mage, a bit of a unique combination of the Inspiration, Damage Reduction, and Healing. Quite good. With the sideline of Epic Fighters within the pool, Cyclone, Fiorwin, and Titus, in which Titus is pretty good as a defender with his damage and his defense. And for the Immortal Codex. Down here, exciting array of heroes. It's got like a ×2 on at the moment, a separate thing. Then, of course, Ancient Summoning, which is starting tomorrow. Good luck for those that do get involved. There's Lord Valderon, Admiral Claw. Let's see how that goes. Now, besides that, if we go over to Admiral Claw, you can see it just on the side here. Nice visuals, hero features, stage performance, recommended gear, because that's most important to get the best out of any hero in game, and the recommended artifact. I don't know if he has his own exclusive, I've not seen it yet, but it might show it later. Admiral Claw is able to pull enemies towards him, single out a particular unit, which isn't a bad thing. Unleashes powerful control effects and burst damage. Admiral Claw launches more attacks, his damage output intensifies, hence, in prolonged battles such as Arena, single target DPS challenges and guide boss fights, Admiral Claw's damage potential has a high ceiling for growth. And that's the most you want, isn't it? So just take this into consideration. If you get, is it the Arcane gear? I can't remember, the tier 2 mythic gear, where it increases the damage of the ultimate, or the damage in general, whenever you use the ultimate, and it stacks by 5 times or so, 5 or 10 times. This could really work with this here, because the base one is like 240% AoE damage or so. You stack that in general, and this guy naturally does more damage with time the longer he's present for. That's quite good. But take in mind, I'm guessing that Admiral Claw, in order to have that prolonged battle scenario, to do more, DPS with time, he's got to stay alive all the way through. So you got to take that, got to be careful. So he's got a grappling. He is available for late game, which is positive to see. Splash damage, which is good. The Arena Mastery is just basically being able to, if you talk about the ability or passive, is his range increases, which is actually good. He's a bit more range, the quicker he can kill the enemies compared to whoever you're facing against. So, Admiral Claw's basic attack and ultimate has the ability to draw enemies towards him. That's great. Late game. Oh, so I'm guessing when they say late game, they don't actually mean late game as in progression, in the game as free to play or pay to play. Late game is when you're in a scenario in the arena or in a boss battle. As long as he stays alive, his attacks will gradually do more. Right. Okay. As HP goes down, but it amplifies his damage. The Claw's basic attack turns into Bloodstorm Annihilator, drastically augmenting his attack and damage multiplier, turning him into an unstoppable force. With the splash damage there, the Arena Mastery, the range, stage performance is most important, Guide Boss and Arena. Now, Guide Boss, you can use Admiral Claw with a variety of other good units that will work for Guide Boss, and they'll all team up together because they're a part of the same faction with the Lord. So you get the best out of all of that. You're not using like Admiral Claw as a stray unit who we don't really combine well with. No, you've got options. Stage performance. Passive skill increases his damage as he continues to unleash attacks, and Guide Boss when granted the attack speed bonus from the Nightmare Council's Lord skill. Admiral Claw's damage will escalate even more over the course of the battle. There you go. It complements, it does well. As for the arena, there's quite a few benefits here. Single target DPS challenge specifically, that mode. Admiral Claw demonstrates exceptional skills, pulling monsters towards him quicker, coordinating with nearby allies to gain the upper hand and unleash devastating damage. During arena battles, Claw's HP will diminish, but ignite his damage output. It's a bit like a Valeria, got to time it correctly to unprecedented levels. But whilst his health decreases, he can still be healed. With Valeria, she can't be healed during her ultimate. So if you time it wrong, she will die. But as for this guy, you can keep him alive easier, which is a lot better in general. So reduced HP state synergizes quite well with the Chaos Dominion Lord skill, granting him damage, attack, and defense bonus for even greater output. I think, does that, that would team up with Valderon. The lower your HP is like by 30 or below 30%, you're going to be doing 30% more damage or so. Admiral Claw boasts impressive attack range, further extended within the arena, enable him to pull enemies. Yeah. Recommended gear, both later game, early game. Soulbound Arcana. Yes, exactly that boost. I won't have it immediately, but I'll show you a piece of gear as to what it really does. You got the sets on the side, Fracture and Might, not that interesting. But the Warlord, that's good, increases attack by 25% and speed increase. You do really want speed increase there. Top priority attributes, as you would expect. Warlord, Soulbound, and Lighting. What's the artifact? So there's no exclusive one, unfortunately, but you got the Flux Pendant, which, what does that one do? Grants double crit damage increases when his HP reduces to a critical threshold, making it an ideal accessory for Admiral Claw. Moreover, the Flux Pendant can be acquired through the guild shop. Okay, so you can get easy, or somewhat easy. But it doubles the crit damage. Okay, yeah, I've used this on some people. I think I've actually used it on Valeria, and it actually works really well. If we head on over here, just double check. Yeah, there you go. It increases crit damage by 12% when HP drops below 50%. Well, that's just on this one. I don't know if I've leveled it up or not, but still, the increase is doubled, which is really good, of course, and goes well with units that just so happen to injure themselves, reduce their health along the way, so you can get it out instead of relying on the enemy to kill you. Because if you've got a good healer, you're probably not going to get it down low enough to be able to double that damage. But if they do damage to themselves, there's a better chance of doing so. And as for the Soulbound Arcana, if we just locate it on here, is it that one there? Yeah, so basically, a 3-piece set you need, but after the ultimate is casted, damage increases, damage in general, by 10% permanently. You got the 2% permanent increase with Admiral Claw's passive, or one of his abilities, but here, this stacks up to 5 times. 10 times 5, 50. 50% damage increase after the ultimate has been casted. Okay, and it's permanent. Okay, you got to use the ultimate at least 5 times to get the most out of it, and it depends how long you cycle through the ultimates within the game, obviously, to get the best. I mean, the good thing with Admiral Claw, it'll be using his ultimates quicker than other people in all areas because it doesn't cost as much, especially if you max him out as well. It's like 500-600 cost, which is a lot better. You're going to be using it more often, deal more damage more often, and the Soulbound will be done much quicker, and you'll be able to stack it up to 5 much quicker, and you'll be doing 50% more damage, and it's permanent on top of all the other stuff going on. So definitely a really good set to have to get the best out of him. And to be honest, would Soulbound Arcana work with Abomination? Abomination only uses his ultimate twice, because after the second time it's permanent. So he's not casting it over and over again. Maybe it wouldn't work. You have to actually cast the ultimate 5 times to get the max stack. So it wouldn't work there. It was just a little thought on the sideline. So Admiral Claw, kind of interesting. How he's reviewed, people's outlook on him, not that good. But in terms of where he can be used, it does sound reasonable. And of course, if you don't have anyone else, but you've got Admiral, he'll obviously be a boost for you regardless. And you've got good gear, you can really turn anyone into a pretty strong force. So, with that being said, that's how you can use Admiral Claw, where to use him best, how to get the most out of him, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. That's it for now. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.